Welcome to this two-part collaboration scenario. What if France won the Franco-Prussian War of 1870? So this is the map of 1870. So yeah, Romania is unified. The Ottomans are not doing well, and yeah. So we start immediately with the war, because, well, of course, we're starting with that. Now, obviously, like in our timeline, a member of the Hohenzollern family will propose itself to be the king of Spain. Napoleon III will say no, and then he will declare war on Prussia. You know the drill. Now, what I'm gonna do here is basically make sense, make logic. Basically, you see, the German Confederation had been abolished after the Brother War. So technically speaking, when Napoleon III declared a war on Prussia and the Northern German Confederation, those southern states weren't obligated to join in this war. So in this timeline, what I'm gonna do is what if those guys just say, nope, no, we don't join, we stay here? That's your problem. You caused this, bro. We're not interested in that. Like, you abolish the thing, like, we're not obligated to defend you. Which makes it a war between France and Prussia, which actually makes this war that is a lot more fair, considering the sides roughly of about the same population, with Prussia just having a larger army at the start of the war. So they have a large professional army, but yeah, with the border being smaller, because you only got this, the Prussians are going to try and invade France from this. The only problem is that those positions are, right here, you got small mountains. So this makes the Prussian advances a lot harder in our timeline, because, well, they have a smaller front line, so they can't go around from here. And they don't have the population advantage. So while, yes, they do have a larger professional army, France will just start to use conscription to push back the Germans. Now, with this, this being, starting to get into a stalemate, after a few years, a few days, I'll probably see, because France, well, yes, did have like about the same population. France has an advantage, which is the fact that they at some points are gonna have more soldiers, at least more quickly, if using my sources. So the sources will be in the description. So yeah, after a few days, France will manage to do an offensive against Prussia. Now, I don't think the offensive will go that well, and might even get pushed back a little bit, with the Prussians, using their military might to, encircle the French, and probably, like having some kind of Battle of Luxembourg or something. You got French forces, fleeing in Luxembourg, going back here. I don't think the Netherlands will really do anything about that, but yeah. The front lines basically stay the same. Now, with this happening, you have, someone who wants revenge. And because, you see, while, yes, the Austro-Hungarian compromise has been signed, it's only has been 3 years. So, obviously, Austria wants larger, German population. That's what they always wanted. That's what they always wanted, basically, even before the Austro-Hungarian compromise. But with this, I wouldn't be surprised if, the elites in the Austrian part of the empire are like, yeah, maybe we should probably secure ourselves the better deal in here, because, since it has only been 3 years, Hungary doesn't has as much power, because, with time, Hungary will gain more and more power due to the party of independence, getting more and more, winning more and more elections. So yeah, at some point, the Austrians are probably going to join, also to get revenge on the Prussians, because they kind of got smacked last time. So you will have the Austrians pushing, and now the Austrians do have a weaker army than the Prussians. The only problem is that, again, France and Prussia are about equal, so when that happens, that means that they can't really focus on both fronts. Well, if they had, southern German state, that would have been a lot more easier. But yeah, that really advantaged the Austrians. Now, in the meantime, like in our timeline, you will have Italy, who will take opportunity to take the Papal State, because the French forces here are kind of left because something was going on. No, like in our timeline, Napoleon III is not going to like this, but I mean, what can he really do? Like, he's kind of busy right now, dealing with Prussia and all that. So yeah, it's with this little distraction, I wouldn't be surprised if and France actually manages to push, even maybe crossing the Rhine, although that they might get pushed back. Like, I feel like that would be a bit too much. And also, yeah, with the Austrians, pushing and closing in on Berlin. No, I don't think they would take the city. They probably would get pushed back, like around here. But yeah, Bismarck would probably advise the actual Kaiser, who I forgot the name, but probably on the screen right now. So yeah, Bismarck would probably say, yeah, maybe we should just give up, because yeah, we're in trying to get this less humiliating peace deal. But obviously, before that happened, I feel like even Denmark might join the war, because they kind of got lost to Schleswig-Holstein and they want it. So peace deal. And now this is a peace deal. Obviously, it can be too harsh, because Britain and the other Greek powers will have something to say about this. So, because France actually wanted to buy Luxembourg, they're going to get it, and it's actually going to be allowed. So they're going to, push up against the Rhine a little bit to have a more defendable border. So yeah, now it's going to be a lot harder for the Germans to actually invade in France. Might actually just more like to get this. So yeah, now basically, if they want to invade France, they either cross the Rhine or invade through the Netherlands and Belgium. So yeah, now obviously they're not. Maybe that's no. I feel like what I did was maybe a bit better. So yeah, never mind. Yeah, this I feel is perfect. Like yeah, this yeah. So actually no changes, but yeah. So and it's the Germans will have to go through the lowland countries and the Rhine to invade France. But although they can't take too much, because Britain won't like that very much. Now Austria takes Silesia, because they used to own that, as well as the kingdom here of I think Saxony. And they recreate that kingdom, who I don't know the name of, probably on the screen, I guess, I don't know. But yeah, so as a buffer state, and they also probably will create the Southern German Confederation, including Southern German state, kind of as a competition against the Northern German Confederation. Hanover will kind of be released. I mean, they still are in the Northern German Confederation, but like just with a little bit more independence. So yeah, that's the peace deal here. Years later, we have the Russo-Turkish War of 1977. So I don't remember the reasons. But yes, so now obviously I think it was because the Ottomans did Ottoman things, like in Bulgaria instead of Armenia. Yeah, let's say that. Let's put it that way, so I don't have any problems with YouTube. But yeah, also, yeah, my bad. That's supposed to be independence by now, I think. I'll leave it that way just in case. But yeah, so yeah, the Russian coalition. So obviously Russia, Romania, Serbia, and Montenegro. Because why not? Because yeah, what the hell not? Why not? So yeah, basically yeah, I think like they were completely independent though. So I'm just going to. Yes, if you don't mind, I'm going to make the map a little bit more accurate. Don't mind if I do. But yeah. Now, I don't think there'll be much changes. Like, even, with the French actually existing. Well, yes, it is true that the French actually wanted to take the place of the Russians as defenders of the Christians in the Ottoman Empire. Like, there is pretty much no argument because first of all, again, the Ottomans did bad things here. So if they sided with the Ottomans, that would literally be the opposite of what they want to be. So that would be kind of stupid. Britain would try to still do the thing because yes, they do sympathize with the Russians. They don't want Russia to expand too much, so the British government is still going to do that strategy where they're like, yeah, it is true that the Ottomans did that, but they're trying to excuse kind of the fact that they won't directly help the Ottomans, but they're just going to help them a little bit, but not really. Well, France literally cannot do that because, well, again, they want to take the place as defender of the Christians, the Ottoman Empire, and that would be doing the opposite. So yeah. So roughly same piece deal. So yeah, same piece deal as in our timeline. Wait, I think I might have. Same piece. So yeah, same piece deal as in our timeline. Bulgaria gets some independence, but separated. So wait, as two separate states. Both state being obviously on the puppets of the Ottomans, and like in our timeline, Austria is going to invade an occupied Bosnia without anyone telling them to do that. No, but why did you do this? Who told you could do that? Who told you that? That was not allowed. Who told you that you could just do it? Because why not? Like who told you? Like, tell me. Yeah, exactly. Nobody allowed you to do this. Why? Then why did you do this? Like, huh? Explain. But yeah, I guess they just do it. So yeah, same piece deal as in our timeline. Yeah. Also, yeah, I realized I made the wrong border for Montenegro. So yeah, here they are. Yeah, so actually use that for other river here. Anyway, yeah, so like I said, same piece deal. No real changes. Egypt is still kind of independent, and yep. Now we have the big the big last thing here I can think of, which is obviously this. Yeah, the Berlin Conference of 1984. I don't remember anything in between really relevant happening. Maybe like some few crises. Oh wait, yeah, I forget. Yeah, probably like I think the independence of Romania. Wait. Yeah, no, actually wrong date. So yeah, Berlin Conference thing. Now I don't know if it would still be in Berlin. Like if I had to guess, it would probably be Vienna or Prague. But the thing is, it still happens. Now, obviously, we're not going to have the same borders and in our timeline because, well, someone is kind of a bit weaker. And Bismarck. Bismarck would probably already be fired by. I don't know. I don't know if it. If I feel like he would. Nah, I mean, because Germany is not secreted. I don't know if he would be fired because he didn't unify Germany like he promised to, or if he wouldn't be because he would be more useful in this situation than, I mean, according to Wilhelm, because Wilhelm was like, yeah, we need to expand colonialism and all that because we're united as Germans. We already did that, and Bismarck was like, yeah, no, actually, we're going to, no, we're not going to do that, and that's why Wilhelm fired him, or if the father of Wilhelm II would fire Bismarck for basically kind of failing what he promised to do. Either way, so you can make that up your own headcanon and all that. But yes, so it's time for the Berlin Conference now. Obviously, France will still ask for the Algerian desert because they already have Algeria for a few decades now. So they're going to take the desert now, and I feel like Spain will take about the same amounts as they did historically. So yes, they're going to take that from Morocco. Sorry, Morocco. France is also going to take the desert here. You know what? I might just do a big time skip, and yeah, we'll see when I finish this. Okay, so this is what I'm pretty sure will happen. So again, the British would still would actually take what was historically German East Africa, for the simple reason that actually Britain wanted to connect the Suez Canal to South Africa, so they wanted to connect north and south to control basically the trade, well, north-south, and well, I mean, considering they already, I mean, Egypt, they technically have Egypt, but not really. Then they also, like, considering what they got historically, they would basically got what they got historically because they basically have around the same leverage. Now, France might seem strong, but that would give them less leverage because due to balance of power and all that. But they mostly still would get the same thing. Same for Portugal and Spain. The Ottomans will obviously keep Libya. Now the big things where I'm not really sure, like what are left in gray. So first of all, you got the Congo. Now the Congo, because what normally would be the dispute between Germany and France. Well, there isn't Germany here, so it's just France that want it. And obviously, the British don't want France to have it. But like, I mean, you're not going to give it to like Italy because it's Italy. You're not going to give it to Spain because it's Spain, bro. Like, who are you going to give it? The Ottomans? No, no, you're not. So, I feel like the British, considering the Dutch were kind of like, first of all, the British defend Belgium, but like the Dutch are kind of just here. I mean, they only have Indonesia. Wait, oh yeah, I didn't update the map here, so wait just a sec. So yeah, also yeah, I might to talk about that later. But yeah, so the Dutch do have Indonesia, but that's not that good, and so I feel like the Dutch will probably get something this timeline in Africa, especially for competition to what the British did. So probably instead of putting the Boers in camps, which I cannot say the name, they're probably going to be moved here, just right here. Yeah, free. That's for you, Netherlands. You get that for free, and no G word happen. The G word with an I somewhere, and yeah. Yeah, so now we go to Tunisia now. Obviously, the British don't want French, especially kind of Napoleonic France, to have Tunisia. That would make them a bit too powerful. So France, I think, will find a way and just give it to Italy because, well, I mean, they're kind of ally, even if, when it's still kind of mad that they took the papal state here. France is the country that helped against Austria and all that. So yeah, also yeah, might talk about the alliances later. So I feel like they would give it to Italy, no problem. That gives Italy, I mean, that gives the fact now France is an ally that can literally cut off anyone from the eastern side of the Mediterranean to the western side, which I mean can probably prevent Italy from getting anything into the Horn of Africa. But honestly, that's Tunisia just outweighs everything. Considering Italy was also gaining a bit of influence around the region and all that. So yeah. Now I feel like the French would still get Djibouti. Now the question is Madagascar. Yeah, what about it? Well, I feel like out of everyone, yeah, no, I'm just kidding. The Germans are not getting it. Are not getting it. Yeah, France skips it. You really thought France? If you really thought the Germans were going to get anything? Hell no. And they don't have the navy to really get any massive colony, and that's a bit too far here. So yeah. Now I feel like Germany would still get something alongside, what Spain got. So they're probably going to get also a smart port, although not here. See, if I had to choose, like Germany is probably going to get Eritrea. I think that for me that's the thing that would make the most sense. The British will also get, Somaliland, and yeah, because of what's left here, well, Ethiopia will actually get something. So that's nice. That's nice. That's kind of gift, because the British had good relation with those guys. So yeah, that's kind of nice. Now, where's the Congo? Who the hell gets that thing? Now, for me, again, this doesn't change. So, who gets that? Who gets it? And yeah, honestly, with lack of better options, with again France wanting it absolutely, and the British knowing that if anyone gets it, any major nation gets it, it's over for the balance of powers and probably just going to give it to Belgium. Like, yeah. Because, it's Belgium. What are they gonna do? Like, it's not like they can do bad stuff and that thing, it's so big. Right? Nothing's gonna happen. Right, yeah, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that was it for the part 1. Oh yeah, I almost forget about Papua New Guinea. Who gets it? Australia gets it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Or I mean, I don't know who does. I mean, I would feel like because the British okay have the influence and all that. I feel like the Dutch could get it actually. I feel like the Dutch would get Papua New Guinea. There's also, so the Dutch gets a bit of something because they didn't really get much. So yeah, we're gonna end it here. For the part 1, go check some girl. And yeah, and don't forget to subscribe to both of the channels. And yeah, see you. Well, actually, don't see you, but like, see you on. I mean, you're gonna see the part 2 in the channel. So yeah. Well, I mean, technically, see you next time, I guess. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That was Ian Pello Historian. Goodbye. Have a good whatever time of the day.